Good morning, it's Jonathan Barratt with the morning debrief. It's the 19th of November. Current time is 7:50. Okay, a bit of a turnaround last night. Market got a lot of confidence from the data, particularly in the US. Leading indicators continued to grow, and as a result of that, we saw a turnaround in the Dow. The Dow actually saw the data, traded higher, and then as a result of that, pretty much stayed there for most of the night. So I think a lot of people are expecting to see further gains down the track. Okay, let's just have a look at just a bit of a wrap through. And as you can see, the Dow was up 171 points. The S&P was up 18. The Nasdaq was up 39. So quite a strong night across the board as people gather that confidence that the economy is certainly picking up. We also had a manufacturing data out of Philly, and that was well, in fact, very high on what people expected, and actually quadrupled expectations. So people taking rest in the fact that it looks like the US economy is starting to make some headway. Okay, local markets, sorry, looking at the Europe, top 50 was up 52, the FTSE was up 76, the CAC was up 75, and the DAX was up 132. Looking at the S&P, SPY up 30, 46.84, and I think as you can appreciate, with a type of move like that, you could probably say that that we probably see the US dollar under pressure a bit, but we did, and US dollar did come under pressure, and as a result of that, we've got some new things to look at. Okay, just have a look at dollar index. If we have a quick look there, you can see that they're not a remarkable decline for the dollar, but albeit one, and it's actually found a little bit of low there. Break of 78.60 would be a bit concerned there, but I just have to see how these trends unfold. This doesn't look like a spiking top forming, but if anything there, just see how it unfolds. But we certainly did get a bounce in some of the other currencies. Aussie had a good bounce off the low there. That's been going for most of the day. Expectations perhaps a little bit higher. You can see that Euro also did the same. There we go, just mirroring. It looks like it's all dollar play at the moment. Commodities also bounced back, particularly after the big sell-off, and you can see there quite a large bounce there with crude. Started during our time, and we've got a bit of a knee-jerk reaction there. Copper was exactly the same, and also you'd also appreciate that that a lot of the other commodities also had quite a strong move. There's that copper, quite a solid move there for copper. Gold up again. There we are, just holding on to those gains. The move seems to have started in Asia for a lot of the reversal of this trend, and it sort of continued through to Europe and the States. And I think if anything there, it'll be interesting to see whether or not she can keep on going. All the other softs were quite firm. There's no doubt about it, just purely on the back of what was happening. If we just have a quick look at wheat, you can see that wheat was actually off towards the close, but had a strong night all the same. Okay, having a look at the local market now. Let's just try and get a good chart there, because as you can see, we continue to oscillate around those very important areas which we've mentioned, 47.20. And as you can see, we're going to attack it again, see exactly whether or not it's got the metal to trade through. But this type of move here, you can see that it's a form of head and shoulders type of range. So that's the lower end there. The upper end must be up around that 47.30 to 40 area, if that's a head and shoulders trying to form. And I think given the state of play of the economics, that it makes sense that a head and shoulders would form, because we're actually toing and throwing in terms of data. And in the night before, we had housing starts, which was pretty negative. Last night we had leading indicators, which was pretty positive. So you could expect to see this volatility continue as the market really tries to work out what course it is on in terms of its recovery. Have a quick look at the Dow. You can probably see the same. And just looking at the Dow coming up, there we are, just going sideways but looking quite strong. Still with this very hefty divergence here, and it hasn't concluded a new and higher range yet, and still looks quite weak. I'd keep an eye on that break below that 10,900. That would be an area which I'd pretty much want to focus on, if in fact anything occurred on a breakthrough there. Okay, let's have a look now. That's it. We've looked at that, currencies, all the other bits and pieces. So yeah, I'd expect a positive night. In terms of economic indicators out tonight, we haven't got too much, and haven't got too much indeed, and it should be quite quiet. But we do have Bernanke speaking at a conference in Frankfurt, and this could be quite interesting. And also, obviously, we've got Bernanke, Trichet, Khan, and Zhou speak on a panel, and it'll be interesting to see all those guys there as to what actually unfolds. But that's pretty much about it from me today. I guess the key here is not a lot of data out tonight. How will the market react? It does feel as if the market does want to take it higher, particularly with the way it closed. The Dow obviously opened up, stayed up, and I think expectations are for it to want to continue. But on the other flip side of that, we still have major concerns in Europe, and we've also got China slowing down. And I think they will be the focal points at the moment as to where we will see prices, particularly trading into next week. Well, that's about it from me. I hope everyone has a great day and a good weekend, and we'll certainly talk to you tomorrow. Take care.